Hey everyone, how's it going? Liam here, and today I wanted to give you guys a tour of my desk and my work area so you can get a feel for, where it is that I work and some of the stuff that I use. You may have also noticed that I have a slight upgrade in recording quality this week, a little bit better than my webcam. That's because I'm borrowing my friend's camera. Joshua was nice enough to let me use his Sony RX100 Mark II for this, and I'm sure the footage is going to look awesome. We'll take a look at it in a minute. But anyway, without further ado, let's head over to the desk. Alright guys, so welcome to the desk. This is it. This is where I work every day. So I'm going to kind of go through most of the aspects or most of the things that are on here, and that way we can kind of form a list and you guys can get an idea of what it is I'm using. So down here for the mouse pad, we have the Roccat Alumic, and for a mouse I'm using a Gigabyte. It's the Gigabyte Force M7 Thor. It's actually a great little mouse. I got it on sale for a good deal. I'm also using a Gigabyte keyboard as well. It's the Gigabyte Aivia Osmium, I can't exactly remember how to pronounce it. It's a really weird word, but you guys can let me know in the comments. So that's what I'm using as a keyboard. I really like this guy. It's got Cherry MX Brown switches, got some programmable keys, and you've got control over the backlighting. It's probably hard to see from there, but definitely nice to have. To record my voice when I'm at my desk, I'm using the Audio-technica AT2020, which is right here, and I have that plugged into a Scarlett 2i2 interface, which is kind of tucked in underneath the desk here. For the speakers, I got a set of Edifiers. I can't remember the exact model off the top of my head now, but it's a nice little 2.1 system, 72 watt RMS. It's got a little sub down there too. Very nice, very clean sounding. Again, they're on sale. Got a great deal. No complaints there. For video at my desk, I'm using the Logitech C920 webcam. That's 1080p with the Carl Zeiss optics, all that good stuff. Very nice webcam. Now, for the monitors, this is where things get a little more interesting. This guy over here is just a pretty standard 21.5 inch 1080p TN panel. No super fast 1 millisecond response time or anything, 5 milliseconds response. But it was on for a great deal. That's the LG, the 22M35. And so it's just basically a budget 1080p monitor, but it filled the only two requirements that I have for a second monitor, which is 1080p and face mount compatible. Other than that, didn't care for a second monitor, so that does that just well. This guy, on the other hand, is the star of the show. So this is the Samsung SyncMaster SA850. I've been using this thing for a while now, almost a year actually, and I love it. So it's a 27-inch panel, 1440p, that's 2560 by 1440 resolution, and it's also a PLS Samsung panel, so the colors are awesome. The colors are fantastic on this. Again, none of the super fast response times like you see with some of the TNs. It's still 5 millisecond, but I don't have any problems with it for gaming, rather. No lag or anything like that, so very, very happy with that panel. Over on the other side, we have the new TV that I got. That's the new Quasar TV. In fact, I have, the instruction manual, because I can't remember the model number. It's the SQ4201U. This guy, so it's a 42-inch, it's a 4K panel. Allegedly, according to the internets, this actually has HDMI 2.0, so I should be able to do 4K at 60 Hz. Unfortunately, due to limitations in the video card department, I do not have HDMI 2.0 to test that. So once I get a new video card and I can actually plug it in here, I will let you guys know if it is HDMI 2.0, because the manual does not say. It just says 4K. So anyway, we'll revisit that one later. But now, on to the star of the show, the reason you guys probably came here in the first place. This guy right here, which is my main rig. This is my daily driver. I've been using, upgrading and building this for quite some time now. So in here, the case is the Corsair Air 540, in black of course. In the back, I'm using a Corsair, I believe it's a TX650. It's a 650 watt bronze, semi-modular power supply, very nice. In the top, the Corsair again, we have the H100i, cooling up my Intel 4670K. That guy's running at 4.4 gigahertz right now. Very stable, you might add, so that's very nice. That's seated into the Asus Z97-K motherboard. Very nice budget board, by the way. Definitely like the features that it has. I just need to, I don't know if you guys can see or not, but there's a little gold heatsink in there that I gotta paint. So that's a project for another time, but great looking board, good price. For the memory, I'm using G.SKILL Trident, so that's two 8-gig sticks, so 16 gigs, that's 2400 at CL10. So very, very fast memory, also works with my color scheme, so that was, of course, another reason for buying it. A little further down, we have the audio department, so up top here, you can see that's a sound card, and that is the Creative Labs Soundblaster ZXR. I'm actually not using the additional, they give you a secondary card so you have some more ins and outs, that kind of thing. I'm not using it right now. I may in the future, but I just don't have use for it at the moment, so decided to keep the case a little less cluttered. Directly below that, that's the graphics department. So down here, I have the Gigabyte R9 290X OC Windforce edition. So that's a 290X from the AMD side. I actually have it overclocked. I don't have it up right now for you guys to see, but I have it overclocked running stably at 1060 on the core and 5600 on the memory. Was at 1080 for a little while, but it got a little unstable, so we brought it down a little bit just to keep things happy. So that keeps my games running nice and fast, which I'm happy about. Last but not least, down in the bottom here, we got the 2 drives. So I have a Western Digital Caviar Black, 1.5 terabyte, so that's for all my main storage. That's where all this footage is going to get stored and all the movies and all that kind of stuff. And on the left, I have the Adata SX900. That's a 512 gig edition, so that's a nice SSD. It's a Sandforce controller. It's a little older, but it served me quite well, and it's nice and speedy. I have no problems with it there, so that's probably going to be in here for a little while. And that's pretty much everything. The only other things that are in this case are a couple of cable extensions. Like you can see, I got the little red extensions in there, and of course some extra fans, that kind of thing, but that's pretty much it. So that's my main rig. That's what powers all the editing I do, all the gaming, anything that I need to take care of. Only other thing in here that's I'm going to give a quick mention to is the guest PC, which you can't see because it's tucked under the desk. But that's the one I have for when I have friends over if they want to play some games. That guy is actually, it's stuck in a Define R4 from Fractal, and it also has I'm trying to remember, it's the AMD FX6300 and a GTX 670 in it right now. So people are usually pretty happy when they get to come over and play on that for a little while. Alright guys, well I hope you enjoyed the tour. Gives you an idea of my work environment every day and the equipment that I use. If there's anything that you think I'm missing, definitely be sure to let me know. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Feel free to, like the video and subscribe, of course. There's going to be lots more down the road from here. The Gunner optics glasses that I mentioned earlier, that review is going to be coming pretty soon. I'm coming close to finishing that. But anyway, stay tuned for that. I'll see you guys in the next video.